active sun, moon, rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. Welcome to our Timeless Chakra Reading. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They are my initials, and I got Venus and Libra. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books with a 3rd one in progress. First one is called Spell Ingredients, second one is called Words of Grace. There's a Kindle version of Words of Grace, and there will eventually be a Kindle version of Spell Ingredients, but you can find the original versions of both of those, pre-Kindle if you will, on my website, DrawingTheCircle.com, as well as in our digital shop on Patreon.com. Some of my subscribers get those audios, videos, and ebooks automatically depending upon their level of subscription, but my subscribers do get a daily check-in pretty much every single morning. I check in with them about the day's astrological weather, and we chat a little bit. We do a little spiritual practice to send us on our way, and it's the best way for me to start the day. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. There are an awful lot of them actually, and they're all relationship oriented, so Libras, let's go for it if you want to. And they also get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We will talk about that at the end of the video if you want more info. And I love my Patreon. It's the coolest thing I've ever done. So click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon. Because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can just call me Mal. And I also have another YouTube channel called Mal for short. This is Mark Angelo Lyons, the business. Mal for short is the pleasure, if you will, the personal. So let's do some explanation for the new Libras and cross watchers. Welcome. Feel free to jump ahead if you've heard it all before. My darlings, we are doing a 6-card draw. 1 card from 6 different decks, getting us clues, tips, and hints about healing and alignment and chakras and our energy fields and all of that. We will be dealing with the 8th chakra with our first card down from the Caroline Myss archetype cards based on her work in Sacred Contracts, but I really learned about the 8th chakra from her book, Anatomy of the Spirit. I highly recommend it. So we will get one of these, an archetype. The 8th chakra acts like a satellite, sending down codes to all of the chakras underneath it, shifting what we attract and what we repel in our electromagnetic field, so we have the free will, the opportunity to no longer delay the healing that cannot be prevented lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. And I don't know about you, I'd like to complete my contract this time around. We will then look at the next 4 chakras down with 1 card. That's the crown, the third eye, the throat, and the heart, with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a feminist goddess deck, because it is the feminine interior goddess yin energy, whatever you want to call that. We'll get 1 card for that. We will then get the lower 3 chakras with the mythic tarot, the masculine yang dynamic, looking at ourselves from the outside and maybe us from the inside out, looking at people, places, and things in which we have relationships in the physical world. And because it's a cross-watcher friendly reading, there's awfully a lot of mirroring, so my clients tell me. And we will then take care of those chakras from 8th to root with 2 oracles. First, we are going to use the Whisper of Love oracle, dedicated to the higher selves of all involved, one of my favorite oracles of all time. We will then get a chakra card from the Chakra Reading cards by Rachel Sharman to give us a little clue, tip, hint about where to begin, or maybe a special message there. There's a bookie book for that one, but they're too long for these timeless reads. And we will end, of course, with the Matt Kahn healing mantra. And air signs have a little bit of an edge when it comes to affirmations, mantras, breath work, all that kind of mental stuff. And these are healing reads. Really, all of my readings are about healing. I am a healer, spiritual counselor. I don't do hands-on healing anymore, at least not professionally. So that is our explanation. Let's get into the divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. And I promise I will do with everything within my power to help anyone come into alignment, particularly the ability to take the inspiration from the 8th chakra and manifest it into manifestation in the root chakra out into the world. So let's see what hits the table, shall we? Let's do this. I'm ready. I just did 2 readings this morning at the Magic Moon, so I am primed and ready to go. Here we go. Please take a nice deep breath. We'll talk about the Magic Moon at the end. Beloved Pantheons override. The place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, one card in clarity, please. What is the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra for us Libra, collective sun, moon, rising Venus signs, or maybe our cross watchers, to indicate the spiritual alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, shifting us from pain to peace, toxicity to health, from fear to love, and illusion to truth for this timeless chakra. This one, read. Ooh, the mystic. Someone else got this. Aries got this. Interesting. The opposite sign of Libra. Written on the card is a shadow attribute and a light attribute. I call this lead and this gold. On the periodic table, lead has 3 atoms that can't make it to gold. Insulator, conductor, toxic, healthy, fear, love. You get the vibe. So let me read you what's going on here. And you can have an archetype, a reason, season, or lifetime, or be dealing with someone who has it, reason, season, or lifetime. I have the mystic, lifetime, womb to tomb, baby. So the shadow attribute, delusional rapport with the divine, and it's something every mystic goes through. And I see a lot of it actually online and many different social media platforms. You know, the madness is part of that. In fact, if you do a little research into Saint Teresa of Avila, you'll get some insight. And Caroline Myss talks a lot about the connection between madness and mysticism. So the gold that we are shooting for here revels in intimate union with the divine, which is what I live for. That's why I don't mind being single. I'm like, I got the divine. If they want me to be with somebody, they will let me know. Just knock on my door. Come and knock on my door. Well, I don't know that I'm waiting for them, but whatever. Let's look at the next 4 chakras down with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Internally internal feminine energy. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Beloved goddesses, please override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved goddesses, please, 1 card in clarity for us Libras and our cross watchers. What's going on? Heart, third eye crown to assist us in alchemizing the mystic archetype for this timeless chakra read. Yay! 10 of Cups. Heart chakra, as much as you're going to get a heart chakra card there. Inanna's House of Ecstasy. Now, if you look up the myth of Inanna, I-N-N-A-N-A, depending on the spelling, obviously, and her sister Ereshkigal, how she goes into the underworld to meet her sister, who is really her shadow self, embraces it, and then goes into a place of ecstasy. It's a really big descent into the underworld and return story on a hero's journey. So look, the heart is wide open. Heart is overflowing, and I'll tell you how I experience that most of the time, and I'm talking my whole life, is through my intimate union with the divine. Prayer, meditation, right? Just sitting there in silence, and my heart goes like that. So there is an overflowing here of love, and I love that. Considering, you know, Libra is ruled by the planet Venus, that do make sense, don't it? Or the other way around, Libra rules Venus, whatever. Let's see what's going on outside in, inside out with the Mythic Tarot. Please take a nice deep breath. Stop. My beloved gods, please override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, please, 1 card in clarity, please. Lower 3 chakra dynamic, outside in, inside out. What do us Libras and our cross-watchers need to be aware of to alchemize the mystic with the 10 of Cups on the inner for this timeless read? Ooh, 4 of Cups. This is a very aquatic reading here. Now, the whole suit of cups in the Mythic Tarot is dedicated to the myth of Eros and Psyche. Now, this is the 4 of Cups, usually a card of emotional rest. We don't see cups spilled here, as we may in some other forms of tarot, like Daughters of the Moon. It's all spilled, well, except for one. So this is what happens after the wedding of Eros and Psyche. By the way, Psyche is the Greek word for soul as well as butterfly, those 4 stages of transformation. transformation. So they are married in the 3, but in the 4, her sisters come to visit her in her special castle in the sky created for her by Eros. But they have an agreement that she will not look upon Eros's face because he is the god of romantic love, right? And so everybody who looks at him falls in love, and he wants to be loved for who he is, and that's pretty healthy. So they put a little doubt in her mind here, some discontent. Although numerologically 4s are numbers numerologically of like rest and relaxation, a bit of a settling before moving into the 5, and the 5 in this one's pretty heavy duty too. And read the myth. It's a really, really good myth about truth and love in a relationship. Now, is this a romantic read? Perhaps. I am a mystic and I've had plenty of romantic relationships. Thank you very much. But let's get some more cards on the table before we officially, if we officially define that. We got all the chakras on the table from 8 to root. Let's ask the higher selves of all involved, not just us Libras and our cross watchers, but anybody else who might have a say in this. Their higher selves have a say from the whispers of love. Please take a nice deep breath. Beloved higher selves, override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love, the piece of information, inspiration, and insight needed by us Libra collectives and our cross watchers to assist us in alchemizing the mystic archetype, 10 of cups on the inner, 4 cups on the outer for this timeless chakra read. Focus on love, and it seems like that's on the table here, and definitely the emotional part of it. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. And, let's give a little Abraham Hicks credit here. That could be a rampage of appreciation if you are familiar with Ask and It Is Given, as well as other tons of Abraham Hicks videos here. So, of course, it's about focus, right? No matter what's going on around you, you can certainly look back in the past, right? And focus on those you love. Get that heart open. And it feels like that would really fit with what's on the table so far. But really, I moved from Holbrook, Long Island, New York to Saratoga Springs, New York, closer to my mom and my stepfather, right? I got a new kitten. My other 2 older boy cats, they're all black cats, all males. They shed all year long. So it's very easy for me to focus on love. And plus, that's part of my spiritual practice. I have a very heart-centered spiritual practice. The third eye has got the info and will continue to do so. But if that heart ain't open, you're a little lopsided, right? So this does feel like very much like a heart chakra read, but let's ask the chakra reading cards. This one is also dedicated to the higher selves of all involved, so let's see where our clue, our tip, our hint, maybe an entry point to the energy field is. Please take a nice deep breath. Well, that was a good one. Still point. Once again, beloved higher selves, please override. Place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension above, 8th chakra and above, what is the chakra reading card? A clue, a tip, a hint, and maybe an energetic entry point to assist us Libras and our cross watchers in alchemizing the mystic in the 8th. 10 of cups on the inner, 4 of cups on the outer, focusing on love for this timeless chakra reading. Card number 21, communication. Now, because of the color blue here, it's not really that indigo. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is the throat chakra. Yeah, I just checked on the back. They got them there. It's the same color. So, throat chakra, willpower, choices and decisions, and communicating. So what's interesting here about this is here we have a form of communication, but usually from the outside in here with the 4 of cups. People, well, because the thing is the sisters come and visit. They're awfully jealous of what their sister has, Psyche, and they say, well, how do you know he's a god? God. He could be just anybody. You should make sure, right, that seed of doubt, that little poison dripping in her ear, so to speak. So I would say really, really make your communication to the divine. Now look, I am a mystic. I've said it several times, it feels like, in this reading. So I really am not as much of an extrovert as people think I am, although I am Mars conjunct Leo rising and all of that. But communication is absolutely a part of what I came here to do in this lifetime. In fact, I have Venus and Libra in the 3rd house, Gemini, self-expression. So, you know, how I communicate. And that's the thing, I don't lie. I've been lied to by so many people throughout my life. My guides told me maybe about a decade ago. They said, people lie because they are afraid. So if you are beautiful and powerful, either or, in any way, shape, or form, it's not all about physical beauty, then expect to be lied to, because people get intimidated, but that doesn't mean you're intimidating. So there is something here about focusing on love, and maybe even doing it in a communicative way. If there are people that you know that are receptive, you can say, you know, I love this about you, and I love having you in my life. Like, I do that all the time. Like, whenever I'm talking to people, I'm like, love you, and I mean it. Love you, mean it, right? So this is really, really great, and I will say, the throat chakra and the third eye are very air-oriented, although the throat chakra is the bridge between the mind and the emotion. So, willpower, spit, swallow, or chew. You're going to talk about this, and remember, if you're not ready to talk about it to other people, because maybe they ain't getting it, you can certainly speak to that intimate union with the divine you are cultivating, and I'm cultivating it every day like a garden of paradise. Let's get our last card down. Matt Kahn, healing mantra. Like I said, air signs have an edge on this one, and these mantras, when I do them, really do touch me emotionally, and that's how I know I'm bringing it down through the chakras, bringing the healing not just into my own physical body, but into the Earth's electromagnetic field, which really helps heal everybody. So that's just how it works in unity, apparently. Let's see what hits the table. Last card down. Please take a nice deep breath. Ascended Masters override. Beloved Ascended Masters, please, one card in clarity, the perfect and precise healing mantra to assist us Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and us cross watchers to help us come into alignment by alchemizing the mystic in the 8th, 10 of Cups on the inner, 4 Cups on the outer, focusing on love with communication for this timeless chakra reading. Opening my mind, I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. Perfect for us air signs, because, you know, thoughts are electromagnetic wavelengths, right? So depending on what station you're on, that's what's going to come into your third eye, right? So, you know, it's particularly in terms of communication, right? What you see online, what you read in the news, or see in the news, however you take that in. So I am going to read the bookie book for this one. Opening the mind for an air sign is just essential. But, you know, what I love here is the word I allow myself. No one else can make you allow anything. Only you can do that. So there is a very throat chakra vibe, Reno, in this one. Where are you? Opening my mind. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. When your mind opens, you're no longer limited by fearful beliefs or at odds with your own healing journey, because we're all on one. That's why I do these reads, to help us. With an open mind, you are aware of a bigger cosmic picture where your personal life ushers in your highest potential by uplifting the consciousness of humanity. See, that's the thing. As one of us ups it a notch, we shift to a more golden loving true love, what I call the golden true love timeline, and we take everybody who's willing to go with that. And no matter how hard they're working or suffering, we cannot just heal for ourselves. As we heal, we all heal. That's unity consciousness. I am a pure non-dualist at heart. Pure non-dualist witch. That's a little confusing. As your mind opens, life is not just centered around your personal gains and losses, but shining your light for the well-being of all, wherever you happen to be. So sitting in traffic, stuck in a conversation, right? Dealing with crap at work, right? Maybe you're not feeling so well physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Opening your mind to allow yourself to see past. Doesn't mean you have to place money down on it, but you can allow yourself to at least see beyond. This mantra is ideal for ending the inner negotiation with the ego, which is like this: well, yeah, I'll ascend, but I need a lot of money to do that. You give me a lot of money, like you negotiate as one does. That doesn't work. Unraveling self-sabotage, because it is often our own thoughts that are untrue illusions that drive us into making really horrible decisions and choices and disempowering ourselves and others. And confronting the inevitability of loss, because all that rises falls. Thank you, Eckhart Tolle. Power of now. So all 6 cards are on the table. We're now going to do what's called a blessimation, a combination of a blessing and a summation. Let's see what comes out my mouth, because I did lots of prayer and meditation before this. Shall we? Surrendering my will to the divine as a mystic is what I do for a living. Please take a nice deep breath. Last time, at least for this reading, right? Air signs. May we end as we began. Beloved pantheons, please override. And I do call upon the beloved pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Libra collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. May we all be blessed with all that we need to alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to be, shifting us from toxicity to health, from fear to love, and illusion to truth, in the 8th chakra archetype of the mystic, reveling in intimate union with the divine, which is simply divine and delightful, delicious and lovely, opening up our hearts full capacity with that 10 of Cups, Inanna's house of heaven. Ecstasy, emotional ecstasy definitely has its place in the heart, because we may be dealing with a 4 of Cups situation. Maybe we're taking a little bit of an emotional rest, or maybe people are trying to put some bees in our bonnet, and at this time of year, that's not surprising. They're everywhere. Honeybee. Hey, honeybee. And so that we can focus on love, looking for the good attributes in each and every person in our lives. And it might not be so easy to start with ourselves right away, but certainly we can begin with those in our lives that we love before we work on the ones that are a bit more tricky, and bring this into some form of communication, even if it's silent communication in prayer and meditation, or maybe it's communicating to the divine in and of itself. Regardless, putting the energy out and receiving what comes back to us, so we open our mind, allowing ourselves to see beyond our beliefs and ideas, so that we may heal, may grow, may learn, may come into alignment in this lifetime for happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives, in happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser ways, including relationships, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world for all of us, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So would it be. And so it is. A good read. Not really a womp-womp card, unless you want to look at the 4 of Cups as a womp-womp again. General reading, cross-watcher, you do you. If you found it helpful, if you got a little clue, a little tip, a little hint, particularly that mantra, do hit the like button. It tells the algorithm that this is a good video, and this is a good video, I would say. And particularly if you're dealing with an Aries, they got the mystic too, so there's some mystery going on here. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, do subscribe. I'm taking a break for the month of August at the time of this timeless recording from doing these general reads. I'm going to finish this series and then take August off, because I do have my other YouTube channel, Mal for short, which is great. I had 2 clients today at the Magic Moon, and I took some videos of it, and it's just, I love it there. I'm so glad that they were able to make the repairs from the water main break and the electrical fire that took out the whole block. So it's really good to be back. We'll talk about that again in a minute. And certainly if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more mouth, on Patreon. Coolest thing I've ever done. As a matter of fact, one of my patrons on Patreon designed my new website for gratis, for free, but she will get free readings and spiritual counseling for the rest of her life, as far as I am concerned. And I do love it. The digital shop is wonderful. Go check it out. Anybody can watch the free previews for the videos and listen to the free previews of the audios. It's all there to be seen and heard. So check it out. Come Patreon on Patreon. The Archangel of Lyons, I'm Angelo of Lyons. You can just call me Mal. And absolutely, if you want to book me for a private session, I'm actually taking clients in my home. If you're local, just reach out to me. I'm also available at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Fila Street. You call them, ask them what I have available. They tell you what I'm available. They book you and they message me. I come in, I read you, and then I come home and do stuff like this, just like I did today. It's the coolest thing. I love the Magic Moon. I love you, Veronica and staff there. They're wonderful. And, I made a video last year before I realized I would be moving to Saratoga Springs called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. It's a YouTube video. It's in the description box. Explains basically everything, except that I am doing clients here and I am available at the Magic Moon. But I also have in that video that the majority of the work that I do is on a video call. So I have clients all over the place, right? Not just in America, that, my reach is expanding apparently. So once the client is booked 5 minutes before we start, I send them a Zoom link. They come into my Zoom platform. We record the entire thing so they don't have to memorize or take notes. It's a conversation. They see the cards hit the table. It's not just me laying out cards and then sending them the video, which I think is much more authentic, and a conversation, which is nice. They can ask me questions as we go, and that's helpful. But the most important thing that I say in that video is that I've never, ever turned anybody away because of lack of finances. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I am a very well-trained witch, so there is a way. We always work it out. Even if we agree that they pay it forward to somebody else. I got paid with a bag of donuts. Jimmy bag of donuts brought me some donuts for some spiritual counseling, and they were good. Of course, I gave the majority of them to my family because I didn't lose all this weight just to gain it back from a bag of donuts, Jimmy. You know Jimmy bag of donuts? He's a cook guy. Oh my God, such a Long Island joke. And I will make a new video called Booking Mal eventually. It's on the list, maybe in August when I get some of my energy back. But this was really lovely, so click the link, check it out. I will keep that one up once I make the new one because it makes my mom laugh, and as president I get to make those decisions. So thank you so much for watching, and look, we are dealing with so much closed-mindedness in this world. And if you don't like it, well, all you can really do is heal yourself. So allow yourself to see beyond your beliefs and ideas, because beliefs and ideas come and go like weather and bloat. Thank you, Carrie Fisher, wherever you are. I'm sure she's one of my ascended masters now. So thank you so very much for watching. I love doing this, and I do love a Libra. We are the lovers of the zodiac, ain't we just? So hang in there. I believe in us. Open that heart. Let it flow out. Communicate and focus on love. And remember, I love you. Hang in there, and I believe in you. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.